mean, there's been a few moments in the series where we see this sort of this violent side of Henry. Um, but the idea of it's absolutely hilarious. I mean, the guy who plays Balak, this actor called Chick, is I would say twice as tall as me and three times as wide. I mean, he's built like a brick shithouse. So the idea that I could actually ever take him out is hilarious. But anyway, I had a nice foam rock, gave him a good knock over the head, and yeah, it was. No, it's nice. You always want to. You're looking for. You can't play extremes of emotions all the time, but it is nice to find one or two, and yeah, definitely release some of that frustration that I imagine Henry's been feeling up until that point. I mean, he wants to kill him, and Julia stops him.
I don't think we ever hear about mirroring so much of like, I don't think we've ever had them been told that this is like a direct mirroring or like an exact image of Outlander. And I think I'm quite grateful for that because I feel like, you stay in your job as like, okay, I'm gonna be the character, and you trust the production team to get the visuals and make it like interesting and beautiful and romantic. And I think that scene was, I mean, did we shoot some of it actually on a horse? And I think some of it you're on like
Well, I'm
a,
always furious because, like, I can ride and I love doing it in movies. And for that, they put us on this mechanical
that
horse
was it.
behind a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And the horse would only move if we did this sort of, well, there's no other way of putting it, pumping
Yeah.
motion. So I've got Hermione in front of me, and I mean, each take lasted about 20 minutes, didn't it, Hermione? And I'm
Yeah.
behind Hermione, sort of rocket. I mean, I got chafed. I mean, I was just terrible. Yeah, it was dignity destroying. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice views though, because you're driving through the
Yeah, well, you
Scottish
weren't the one
Highlands.
having to move the bloody horse.
Yeah.
There's the one behind you, yeah, rocking away. Really, I love doing those. It's so nice to see our characters having light moments. Do you know what I mean? Like me and Hermione spoke about this a lot. We were like, Christ, we've got to see them having fun at some point, because otherwise it's all a bit dark.
She was very cute. She was very interested in the cake. She was really, that's all she cared about. She ate all the strawberry and cream off of like, I think 5 cakes, but she just went for it. She'd not get full, but it made
And
good
yeah,
TV.
and a lot of improvisation, I think. You
Yeah.
know, I love
Oh,
working with kids. Kids don't, for them, it's real. Like they're acting and they're in that world and it's real. Well, we filmed about 5 different versions of that, and they were being written sort of side at the side of the camera. All these different versions were being written. So when I saw that, I went, yeah, we didn't know what was going to happen at the end of that. So yeah, is Julia going to go through? We don't know. But I tell you what, it's where I mean, he does that because he can't face the idea. I mean, she's living such a cruel, I mean, it's a horrible life for women back in the 1700s. I mean, and I think Henry goes, I can handle it. I can't put my wife through that. She's the one that needs to go back.
mhm.
But, whether it works or not is to be seen in season 2 and how that all plays out. And yeah, it's all I mean, it was all a big surprise to me when I read the first scripts of season 2. So yeah, it's a cliffhanger.
We did different variations of someone's hand being put on, like we did one where I put my hand on Henry's hand and put it through, and then Henry's Julia, and so I think yeah, we covered all of that to kind of work out who decided that who, yeah. And I suppose that was to decide what the final cut was. I'm not sure what the factor.
It will make sense when the first episode of season 2 comes out.
But they had to make that cool. Oh yes, okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
maybe
reason why
that was in
it's so
order
many.
to path what happens in season 2. Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, there was a scene where she arrived and had something to say, and that ended up getting cut in the end because it's a much more interesting storyline that carries on into season 2. So Henry hasn't got away with it, and I mean, there's no they really haven't had a they've had this mad escape, and I don't think there's quite been in Henry's mind the appropriate moment to bring that up. But it might explain why he's so forgiving of Julia. Um, yes, sleeping with Lovett.
Yeah, and he's such a sweet, sweet man. Just the whole way through the season, he's been so kind and open, and his love for her is so pure and so evident. And then I think John does such a brilliant job of switching, when he finds out that she's jilted him, and he's suddenly so hurt. But they tried to reason with him. They did do everything that they could to prevent that from happening, and in the end, it ended up being the only option that they had, because Malcolm, the old one, Malcolm was ready to kill Brian, and I do think he would have done it. Because he was so hurt, and he'd had that chat with his uncle previously, where his uncle had said, find out what's she values most in the world and take it from her, hurt her like she's hurt you. And so I really do think he would have killed Brian, were it not for Brian killing him first.
Yeah,
It was necessary.
Brian definitely didn't want to do that. He gives them a couple of chances to get out, and I don't think he's particularly scared or threatened by Malcolm, and he knows how it's going to go, and that's why he's saying, please don't do this. But alas.
I love the way it's shot, when the knife goes in. The way, as our director shot it, meant that you weren't 100% sure at first who had been stabbed. And you sort of see both of your faces, and you know that there's a knife in there between you, but you don't know where it went.
Yeah.
And then you see the blood come out of John's mouth, and you're like, oh, thank goodness.
Phew.
Would have been a very short story.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
End of show. In classic Outlander style, they just got reunited. They just found each other, and then they're torn apart. Maybe, are they? Who knows?
Ellen goes on a bothy Airbnb kind of spree, right? You're like, you know what? You do your war thing. I'll do the bothy, like we said.
Yep.
And there's an app for that. If you didn't know,
you can come back and have a booming business ready, set up for us.
Exactly.
B&B, B&B.
B&B. Nice.
I know. I think that's such a beautiful scene between the two of them, where he kind of confesses his love, really. I think it's really touching, and she doesn't see him in that way, but I think she still appreciates the way that he feels about her and accepts the tusks with love, because they are beautiful. I mean, they're gorgeous.
They're beautiful. Yeah. You've done some things to them, right? You put some metal things on.
Yeah, they're so smooth.
Yeah.
They're really
lovely.
Really nice.
Do you know what I love about that scene is the fact that we're seeing these characters go from the young versions of themselves to the older versions of themselves, and I feel like at that moment in time, Murtagh's been through quite a bit. Like the heartbreak of losing Ellen and then getting shot in the leg, and he's kind of down and out. And it's the first time I think we kind of see him give these little glimpses into the man that he's going to become, like a little bit heavier. And I really, when I watched that for the first time, I was like, oh man, I can really see like the older version of Murtagh.
That's cool.
In that, and yeah, but that scene itself was just lovely. It was just between the two of you.
Yeah, and it's kind of the first time we ever really interact. We have one tiny little interaction in episode 7, I think, at the Jacobite meeting. But Murtagh's loved her from afar. They don't actually really know each other at all. I think he's built her up in his head, and he loves this idea of her, but they don't actually really know each other that well. And I think he knows that Brian loves her, and he loves Brian, and Ellen knows that Brian loves him, and so she loves him, and it's just a big love fest.
It's the problem with online dating.
Oh my goodness.
I think you'd love to, wouldn't you?
I think she would, and I think she's qualified to. You know, I think she can pretty much do everything that her brothers can do. We shall have to wait and see. I don't think she'll be able to stay out of anything for too long.